Colorado Avalanche versus Vegas Golden Knights. The stage is set in Las Vegas. Halloween night, 4 p.m. at T-Mobile Arena. The Colorado Avalanche, 6-1-4-6, 3-1-2 away, head into the desert chasing early season momentum, while the defending Pacific Power, the Vegas Golden Knights, 6-1-3, 3-0-1 home, look to defend their ice with authority. This isn't just another October matchup. It's a measuring stick showdown between two Western Conference heavyweights, both staring down the standings and seeing each other in the mirror. Colorado sits third in the Central Division with 16 points, tied with Dallas and trailing only Winnipeg and Utah. Vegas, meanwhile, tops the Pacific Division with 15 points, fending off Los Angeles and a tight pack of early contenders. Every shift matters this early in the season, and both clubs know it. The Avalanche want to prove their elite scoring can travel. The Golden Knights want to remind the league that the road to the Stanley Cup still runs through their fortress. Colorado averages 3.7 goals per game while allowing 2.55, powered by a lethal transition offense and anchored by a deep blue line led by Cale Makar, who already has 11 assists in just 11 games. The Avs' power play hums at 27.8%, while their penalty kill has been spotless at 90%, a combination that screams postseason readiness. Vegas counters with balance and bite. 3.0 goals per game, 2.70 allowed, a power play clicking near 26%, and a penalty kill that's steady at 78.6%. The Knights' numbers aren't quite as electric, but their structure and consistency on home ice give them an edge in control and composure. Offensively, it's a star duel at the top. Nathan MacKinnon has been his usual dominant self, 17 points, 9 goals, 8 assists through 10 games, flying end-to-end and dictating tempo. On the other side, Jack Eichel has answered in kind with 11 points, 5G, 6A, as Vegas's heartbeat at center. McKinnon's explosiveness meets Eichel's precision. It's speed versus spacing, energy versus orchestration. Don't overlook the secondary scorers. For Colorado, Valeri Nichushkin and Arturi Lehkonen have been steady engines on the forecheck, while Pavel Dorofeyev has quietly stepped up for Vegas with 6 goals, turning open ice into quick strike damage. And at the back, the Avs' blue line still runs through Cale Makar and Devon Toews, fast, aggressive, and unrelenting in puck retrieval. Vegas counters with a defensive core built on experience. Alex Pietrangelo and Shea Theodore, capable of shifting from shutdown to breakout in one motion. This matchup might ultimately hinge on special teams, Colorado's elite man advantage unit versus Vegas's disciplined penalty kill. That's the collision course waiting beneath the surface. Colorado comes in confident. The Avs have gone 3-1-1 in their last 5, highlighted by an 8-4 blowout win over New Jersey and tight wins against Boston and Carolina. Their only blemish was an overtime loss to Utah, but they've been scoring in waves, averaging nearly 4 goals per night during that stretch. The chemistry between MacKinnon, Makar, and Mikko Rantanen is starting to hum, and when that line's in rhythm, few in hockey can match their speed. Vegas, on the other hand, is steady but not spotless. The Knights are 3-2 in their last 5, with a convincing 6-3 win over Carolina and a 6-1 rout of Calgary, but they've also had hiccups against Florida and Tampa Bay. The good news for coach Bruce Cassidy: those losses came on the road. Back home, they've been nearly unbreakable. Both teams are capable of explosive nights, but Colorado's offense has felt more dynamic lately, while Vegas leans on structure and depth to wear opponents down. It's raw firepower versus tactical endurance, and both are clicking at the right time. For Colorado, Scott Wedgwood gets the nod. 2-0-1, a 2.59 goals against average, and a crisp .899 save percentage. He's been steady, not spectacular, but with the Avalanche's pace and puck control, that's often enough. Wedgwood thrives when the blue line keeps rebounds minimal and shooting lanes clean. Exactly the kind of support Makar and Toes can provide. Vegas splits time between Akira Schmid and Adin Hill, and both have been solid. Schmid sits at 210 with a 2.73 GAA and .878 SV%, while Hill's early season numbers 1-0-0 .938 save percentage are sharp in limited action. Hill's size and angles give Vegas a confident backstop when he's locked in. It's a classic duel of styles, Wedgwood's quick reflexes and positional reads against Vegas's calm, efficient tandem play. Whichever goaltender controls, rebounds, and maintains rhythm through the second period likely wins this one. In tight games between high-end offenses, patience and poise in net decide everything. Expect the goaltending to matter most when both teams start trading power plays. Colorado's identity is speed. They thrive on puck retrievals, quick zone entries, and attacking seams before defenses set. Their blue line joins the rush constantly, Makar especially, and that forces teams like Vegas to collapse deeper in coverage. Vegas brings the muscle, stronger on the boards and heavier on the cycle, while Colorado thrives on speed and open ice. That clash of styles will define the night. If the Avs stretch the rink, they dictate tempo. If Vegas turns it into a grind below the hash marks, they wear Colorado down. Key X factors: Cale Makar driving the rush, Pavel Dorofeyev as a quiet scoring threat, and Jack Eichel setting the tone late. One star's burst could decide everything. It's heavyweight hockey in October, a playoff-caliber matchup in regular season clothes. Colorado boasts sharper transitions and special teams, while Vegas counters with structure, discipline, and dominant home ice. Both rosters are stacked with elite centers, strong goaltending, and defensemen who can take over. Right now, Colorado feels a touch more complete. Their scoring depth, power play rhythm, and momentum give them a narrow edge, even on the road. Expect a tense, high-level duel, with McKinnon and Makar leading the Avs to a statement win under the desert lights. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Avalanche winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. New York Islanders versus Washington Capitals. It's Halloween night in D.C., and the stakes are rising fast. The New York Islanders, 4-5-1, 2-3-1 away, skate into Capital One Arena to face the Washington Capitals, 6-4-0, 6-4-0, 6-4-0, 2-3-0 home in a Metro Division matchup with real weight behind it. Both clubs are chasing traction in a fiercely competitive division, and both know that every point now could shape the playoff picture later. The Islanders are searching for stability after a rocky October, sitting 8th in the Metropolitan Division with just 9 points. Washington, meanwhile, has steadied the ship after an uneven start and now holds 12 points, tied in the middle of the Metro Pack and just a few strides behind Carolina and Philadelphia. It's an early season crossroads game. One team trying to climb, the other trying to prove it belongs among the conference's top tier. When you dig into the numbers, the matchup tilts toward contrast. One team chasing offensive rhythm, the other leaning on defensive discipline. The Islanders average 3.56 goals per game, an impressive clip, but they've been giving nearly as much back, 3.56 goals against per game. That's an even trade you don't survive in this league. Their power play has been erratic, their penalty kill inconsistent, and their goaltending, usually a team strength, hasn't yet found its elite form. The Capitals, on the other hand, are tighter, more compact, and a bit stingier in their structure. They average just 2.70 goals per game, but their defense allows only 2.20, and their penalty kill has hovered around 68%. Not great on paper, but buoyed by steady goaltending. Their power play, clicking at nearly 26%, gives them an edge in key moments. At the top of the scoring chart, it's a two-man duel between Bo Horvat and Tom Wilson, each leading their team with 11 points, 6 goals, 5 assists. Horvat's wrist shot remains lethal from the high slot, while Wilson's net front grit has been a driving force behind Washington's offensive resurgence. Behind them, Matthew Barzal continues to pace the Isles' playmaking with 8 assists, while Dylan Strome fills the same role for Washington with 6 helpers and sharp vision through the middle. In net, both sides feature proven starters still searching for peak form. For the Isles, Ilya Sorokin is 1-4-0 with a 3.75 GAA and .868 save percentage, numbers far below his usual elite standards. For Washington, Logan Thompson has steadied the crease with a 2.00 record, 1.44 GAA, and .939 save percentage, while Charlie Lindgren has been solid in relief at 3.27 GAA. If Thompson starts again, Washington's confidence in their defensive core skyrockets. The identity difference is clear. The Islanders try to outscore their problems. The Capitals are trying to make sure they don't have to. The Islanders have stumbled through their last 5, 1-4-0, with losses to Carolina, 6-2, Boston, 5-2, Philadelphia, 4-3 in a shootout, and Detroit, 7-2. Their lone bright spot? A 4-3 win over San Jose on October 21st? The issue hasn't been scoring, it's structure. Defensive lapses, penalties in the wrong moments, and inconsistent goaltending have turned winnable nights into long ones. They've allowed 28 goals in their last 5 games, an unsustainable number for a team built around defensive responsibility. Meanwhile, the Capitals are trending up. They've gone 3-2 in their last 5, with statement wins over Columbus, 5-1, and Seattle, 4-1, plus a hard-fought loss to Dallas, 1-0, that still showcase their defensive grit. Even in defeat, they've been organized and competitive. Their only real stumbles came against Ottawa and Winnipeg, and both were close contests. The recent data says it clearly. Washington is locking in. New York is leaking goals. If the Isles can't rediscover their defensive structure fast, they'll struggle to contain the Capitals' balance and power play efficiency. Ilya Sorokin, typically among the league's elite, hasn't looked like himself yet. His .868 save percentage tells the story. Too many rebounds, too few second saves, and not enough sustained rhythm. But Sorokin is a competitor, and these are the moments where great goaltenders reset. He's been tested by volume and odd-man rushes, and he'll need to be airtight tonight against a Capitals team that thrives on net front traffic. Logan Thompson has been the opposite. Limited workload, excellent results. His 1.44 goals against average and .939 save percentage show a calm, patient goaltender who reads shooters instead of reacting to them. He's technically clean and benefits from Washington's strong slot coverage. If Thompson starts, the Caps gain not only a stabilizing force but also a tone setter, a goalie who dictates pace from the crease out. This one might come down to who blinks first. If Sorokin finds his form, the Islanders can grind out a low-scoring upset. If Thompson stays sharp, Washington's structure could smother New York's chances by the second period. The Islanders thrive on puck battles and cycle pressure, wearing down defenses with sustained zone time. But their system falters without clean breakouts and blue line support, leading to costly turnovers. Meanwhile, the Capitals, guided by Peter Laviolette, play a balanced physical game. With 3 strong lines and defensemen like John Carlson stretching the ice, their tight neutral zone structure effectively disrupts the Islanders' rhythm and rush-based offense. Special teams may prove decisive. The Islanders' penalty kill has been hit or miss, while the Capitals' power play, anchored by Wilson and Strome, can punish mistakes. The Isles need discipline and a bounce-back night from Sorokin to survive that edge. New York's top line of Horvat, Barzal, and Lee can still change a game in one shift if they control possession and stretch the defense. Their chemistry remains the Isles' best weapon. Washington, however, holds the physical edge. They hit harder, win more board battles, and enjoy better roster stability. With Engvall, Varlamov, and Bear sidelined, New York's depth is thin, while Washington misses only Sandin, with Strome likely returning. That health gap matters. X factors: Tom Wilson's relentless energy and Strome's playmaking for the Caps, Barzal's creativity for the Isles. He's the one who can disrupt structure and spark offense. This matchup blends desperation and discipline. New York will push early, but Washington's steadier goaltending, healthier roster, and sharper special teams should prevail. Expect a tight contest through 2 periods before the Capitals' structure takes control late. Thompson stays steady, Wilson stays hot, and Washington defends home ice, edging closer to the Metro's top tier as the Islanders continue searching for their rhythm. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Capitals winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Detroit Red Wings versus Anaheim Ducks. Tonight, it's East meets West at Honda Center. The Detroit Red Wings, 8-3-0, 8-3-0, 3-2-0 away, roll into Anaheim to face the Anaheim Ducks, 5-3-1, 5-3-1, 5-3-1, 1-1-0 home in a Halloween night showdown dripping with storylines. Detroit has been one of the early season surprises in the Eastern Conference, lighting up scoreboards and piling up wins in bunches. Anaheim, meanwhile, has quietly rebuilt its confidence, turning a young, fast roster into a dangerous home ice spoiler. This is more than just a late-night cross-conference game. It's a test of identity. Detroit sits atop the Atlantic Division standings with 16 points, tied for first, and riding the energy of an explosive top line. Anaheim sits in the middle of the Pacific Division at 11 points, trying to prove its rebuild has real traction. One team is defining itself as a contender, the other is proving it belongs in the conversation. On paper, this matchup has balance, but the details reveal the difference between a team that's finishing chances and one still learning how. Detroit's offense is humming. The Red Wings average 3.45 goals per game and give up 3.09, a sign of high-event hockey with the confidence to outscore problems. Their power play clicks at 27.3%, and their penalty kill holds firm at 87.1%. Numbers that tell you they win both special teams battles most nights. Anaheim's numbers show growth but also volatility. The Ducks average 3.44 goals per game, almost identical to Detroit, but they've allowed 3.16 per night with a 20% power play and a penalty kill sitting at 70.0%. That gap in special teams efficiency could be the difference maker. At the top of the stat sheet, Detroit is fueled by its stars. Dylan Larkin is on a tear, 16 points, 8G, 8A, playing the best two-way hockey of his career. He's been a leader in every sense, combining pace and precision with defensive responsibility. Alex DeBrincat has found his rhythm as well, adding 7 assists and rediscovering the chemistry that made him one of the league's most dangerous shooters. Across the ice, Anaheim's top line has been electric. Leo Carlsson has come alive with 11 points, 7G, 4A, emerging as the Ducks' offensive spark, while Cutter Gauthier has chipped in 9 points and looked more confident each game. Anaheim's rebuild isn't waiting. It's skating full speed ahead with a talented, fearless young core. Both teams feature underrated playmakers, but Detroit's veteran balance gives them the edge in execution. Detroit has been rolling, posting a 4-1 record in its last 5 games. The Red Wings have outscored opponents 20-13 during that stretch, including wins over Carolina, 4-3 SO, St. Louis, 5-2, and Buffalo, 5-1. Their lone stumble came against the Rangers, 7-2, but that game felt more like a reset than a regression. Coach Derek Lalonde's group has been confident, aggressive, and opportunistic, a team that believes it can dictate pace anywhere it plays. Anaheim, meanwhile, has been battling inconsistency. The Ducks are 2-3 in their last 5, alternating wins and losses, a 6-1 victory over Calgary, a tight 2-1 overtime loss to Chicago, but also a tough 7-5 loss to Boston and a 4-2 defeat to Nashville. When they win, they do it with speed and energy. When they lose, defensive lapses and penalties undo the effort. The momentum is clear. Detroit is cohesive and confident. Anaheim is scrappy and dangerous, but still searching for full-game consistency. For Detroit, Cam Talbot has been the steady hand. With a 2-0 record, a 2.94 GAA, and a .907 save percentage, he's given the Wings just what they need: poise and control behind an aggressive team. His ability to track pucks through traffic and control rebounds has been critical to Detroit's defensive structure. On the Anaheim side, the crease carousel continues. Lukas Dostal has shouldered the workload, posting a 3-3-0 record with a 3.61 GAA and a .894 save percentage. Flashes of brilliance mixed with growing pains. Peter Mrazek, yes, the former Red Wing, has gone 2-0-1 with a 2.82 GAA, showing signs he might earn more starts if he maintains consistency. It's a classic contrast: veteran composure versus youthful athleticism. Talbot's predictability gives Detroit confidence. Anaheim's young tandem brings volatility. They can steal a game or lose it in one bad stretch. The edge here goes to Detroit, not just because of Talbot's stability, but because of the defensive discipline playing in front of him. Detroit thrives on movement and support. Quick puck retrievals, clean exits, and relentless back-checking define their identity. Their top six controls possession, and Moritz Seider's blue line activates often to sustain pressure. That constant motion unsettles slower defenses, and Anaheim's young back-end has struggled against similar high-tempo systems. Anaheim's best counter lies in transition. Carlson, Gauthier, and Terry push pace, hunting cross-ice passes and trailing opportunities. If they can draw Detroit out of structure, they'll find high-danger chances. But discipline is key. Detroit's lethal power play punishes mistakes. Physically, the Ducks usually hold an edge, yet with Gudas and Strome likely out, that veteran grit may be missing. Without them, Anaheim risks being overpowered by Detroit's relentless forecheck. The Wings' speed, structure, and pressure could again expose a defense still learning to handle sustained attacks. On special teams, the edge is all Detroit. Their power play is elite, while Anaheim's penalty kill continues to struggle. In a close game, that difference in discipline could prove decisive, and the Wings will likely test the Ducks' patience early. Key X factors: Dylan Larkin's leadership, Alex DeBrincat's shot, and Lucas Raymond's pace for Detroit, Leo Carlson's finishing, and Cutter Gauthier's spark for Anaheim. Each side has a top line capable of swinging momentum in one shift. These teams are moving in opposite directions. Detroit is playing with rhythm and confidence, while Anaheim fights to stay consistent. The Ducks' youth and speed are exciting, but the Wings' structure, execution, and depth look playoff ready. If Anaheim starts fast and gets solid goaltending, they can hang around. But if Detroit's power play connects early, the gap widens quickly. With sharper special teams, steadier goaltending, and deeper scoring, the Wings have the tools to win anywhere. Larkin leads the charge, DeBrincat chips in, and Talbot seals it late as Detroit cruises out of Anaheim with another statement win. Proof this team is more than just a pleasant surprise. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Red Wings winner. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.